Alright, let's see these audio levels. Are they good, or are they great? Or are they not good? Again. I mean, I haven't changed anything, but, you know, I'm not in debt to Google. That's a pretty big, it's a pretty big, important thing, yeah. Hello, hello, hello. Ooh, they're perfect. We love perfect audio levels. Yeah, me too. I'm back to school now as well. University, as opposed to... Well, I don't know. Maybe you're at university too. I just never think of calling university school. I don't know. It's just different somehow. But, yeah, not fun. I'm not used to waking up anymore. Like, in the morning, I usually sleep in a lot. And stay up half the night editing and all that. Anyway, thank you for preparing a summoning circle to stop TeruTeru from infiltrating the stream. It's a very important job. Somebody's got to do it. I just realized I forgot to add Yamato Kisaragi to the list. And now he's the exact same colors as Satsuki, so that's not going to work. He is blue, though. But he'll be like this blue. Yeah. Also, I wanted to play this music specifically because I talked about it. When did I talk about it? It might have been the Minecraft stream, or maybe it was the I think it was 1 or 2 streams ago. Anyway, I talked about how Wonderful Dead just has this, like, the 5th version of it is just this weird, wacky version. Freshman in high school. There you go. Time to lose sleep. Yay. Wow, we're all revealing our ages. This is awesome. Anyway, let me put this on the proper setting. Actually, I don't know if I have the proper scene on. It works anyway. I don't know what this is, so it's going goodbye. Real question. Does anyone remember why Tsurugi ended up back up here? I honestly don't. I don't think his FTEs were that bad, if I'm remembering correctly. Maybe I'm not. Sacrifice Hiyoko. Yeah, true. Gotcha. I really, like, I don't know. How did he end up here? Like, these 3 make perfect sense to me, but I don't remember this one. Oh, Yuki uncharacteristically being nice. That's what it was. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, it's not uncharacteristically, but it just feels like it would be too far for, like, anybody to be nice. Yeah, okay. That makes sense then. So yeah, it's time to spin. Spin to win. Bonk. Well, would you look at that? The new kid in town. It is kind of funny that I didn't think he had free time events, so I didn't put him on the list, and now he's joining the list late. How fitting. Anyway. Oh, I was talking about Tsurugi. Where we go. Oh, I've already got it. No, I don't have it open. I had it open. Where'd it go? There's Yamato. Alright, I had to turn this music off too. Sure, you can post your drag tier list to the Discord. That was worryingly close to TeruTeru. Let me kill the music. Okay. Hello there. She made the story about killing hostages. And Yuki was like, yeah, we can still be friends. Yeah. One or the other, I would argue. Neither of these are right, because there's this white... Oh no, the white bar is part of the video. Okay. All the rest of these have been from an account called Temp Accounts. This one's from Official Kai, so it's been a while. since I've watched an official Kai video, I think, on here, but I thought I'd say that. I'm going to have to put it in the description after this, because I don't have it there. Anyway. Okay, there's 3. Okay. Yuki. Extraordinary name, Yukimeda.
It's not that strange. It's quite ordinary. But more importantly, Yamato, I wanted to ask you something.
Ask? Ooh, hit me with anything, bro. Cool.
Yamato, where are you from? Monokuma said you're a transfer student, but this school is completely disconnected from the outside world. Do you know anything about the current situation at all? Monokuma's a terrible criminal. He's kidnapped us and forced us to kill each other.
Oh, I know. Whoops, I forgot I should move that. It feels like we're in an amusement park. I feel like I'm dreaming. My room is really cool, right? Right?
What the...
It's funny.
It seemed like Yamato was serious for a moment. Was I just imagining things?
But Yuji Maeda, Yuko, what was it? Should it be like that? Completely unconventional. Yeah.
What? My name is Yuki. More importantly, I have no idea what you're talking about. Calm down and say it slowly.
Kuro or Shiro? I wonder if it's... come to think of it. Yes, that girl. I'm curious about the status of that student. Kurakuma and Shirakuma. They probably actually mean something, but, you know, that's what I'm getting from this.
An outburst? I have no idea what he's saying, but if I lead the conversation, simple communication like a yes or no might be possible. It looks like it's not possible for anything more. He reminds me of Makako when we first met.
That's a little foreshadowing.
Thinking of Makako... Wait, do you know her? She seemed to know you.
Oh, Makako. Of course I know. So is... it seems to be. However, remember much? I don't seem to.
Yes? What were you saying about Makako? You know her, but can't remember much?
No, that's not it. That's not it. Something more would be different. A problem. Oh. A wook. That's a funny word.
Yamato? What is it?
Something like rubbing in your head? Stinging, excruciating, violent pain? Oh, physical condition decline. Can it improve?
You have a headache? Similar to Makako.
Makako Kurakawa! Does it not matter? Don't put words in your mouth. The moment you put it in your mouth, the intensifying pain comes like a wave. Oh, it hurts. Yamato's going to spend time lying down and spend a break in bed.
Yamato complained about his headache and then returned to his room. He seems to have some kind of connection to Makako. They were complaining about similar headaches. I can't deny something is suspicious about it.
Okay, well, you know. He's high, I think. No. The tier list on who I compete with, very funny. Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, very funny. Indeed. Shout out. Forgot Yamato had brain damage. Yeah, unfortunately. Yuki just hits Yamato with a chair. Ah! I'm from the basement. It's true. A cool room can make all the difference. Yeah. Do we get to see what his room looks like? I never really thought about that, because it just kind of appears, right? It's kind of interesting. Prepare for trouble.
And make it double.
I mean, Yamato definitely has the James voice, but Makako doesn't have the Jesse, unfortunately. Get off the coffee. Monokuma's Meowth. Oh, I see. Yes. I believe they have some trouble translating this dialogue because of the weirdness. Yeah, I read that too. Because he's actually saying non sequiturs that don't make any sense. So when you're trying to translate it, you're like, is this just him not making any sense or what? He did speak in the third person and call himself Yamato, which is interesting, I guess. Cuphead. can be fun. It depends if you enjoy grinding out a boss, you know? It can be stressful too. Although I do think the DLC makes it better because Miss Chalice is so good. But anyway. Like, I almost got through the entire game. The only thing that sucked was the plane sections. And I was pretty bad at it the first time, so... Oh, right. I don't think we got the whole item thing. I don't have to skip past that.
Yuki, was it? Here, this building has obviously had some drastic changes. It's all new and shiny.
Yamato, I'm sorry to ruin your mood, but I wanted to ask you a few more questions, if that's okay.
Questions again? There's always so many. How many times will you keep asking them?
I'm sorry, but I have to. There's a diary in the hidden room in the library. Did you write it?
There was a diary hidden in the hidden room in the library.
It's been a while since we came here. We're safe for the moment, but we can't get out. That's what it said. Do you remember something like that?
That note, diary, that, I know, what I wrote.
Yamato?
You just confirmed it for you, Yuki. There you go.
I shouldn't be related, and the more I delve into the info, the more curiosity increases to know the truth, but I can't go back.
What are you trying to say?
I know. I'm very lucky. Surprisingly, they survived. Our friends. We were able to do this much, but is... Now, I can't tear it down. Not much time left before. I have to do something somehow. Should I suppress it? Curiosity is endless. What to do? I don't know what to do. It will be ruined. It is despair. Everything I did was in vain.
Take it easy. If you don't know, you don't have to force an answer. I'm just asking.
Yuki Maeda, you and the rest of them, believing in friends is good. So I'll believe. What is it? But, you know, I could not let... I saw it for a moment. Makako, it hurts. Is that trust? That's why I believe deeply in my heart. And why? No, not yet.
Yamato, why are you so flustered? Just try to calm down.
Well, is there something else? However, I must ask you something. Do you all suspect me?
It's very difficult to say for the others. Ray suspects him from the diary. Just from that itself, she suspects he's the mastermind. I didn't hear an answer, but there was a reaction.
What?
Yamato, I can't understand you, but I don't think we have much time. I'll say it bluntly. We suspect you are the mastermind. You show up late, and we found information about something called the Kisaragi Foundation in the school. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to think you're the mastermind. Yamato, just calm down and tell me the truth. Please.
Mastermind, Monokuma. Yes, that's Monokuma. It's not me. You should think about it, yes? This is a trap. It's not right. But if I try to give my side, it would be difficult for them to believe me. That's probably... That person said they'd get in the way.
I don't know what you're going through, but you're suffering, Yamato, so I won't ask you anymore. His brain seems damaged.
Yeah.
Has he been like this since he was born? But what about that photo we found? How did a guy like this become the third leader of the Kisaragi Foundation? Monokuma probably put Yamato here to mess with us. I don't think there's any more information I can get from talking with him. It would just be a waste.
Yuki is... my friend. It would have been nice if he looked like this much earlier. However, it would have been nice if he was always like this.
Huh?
Everyone is fine. There's still hope.
Not everyone. At least not in the point of the game he shows up.
Yamato stopped talking and went back to his room. Yamato, he really is a mysterious guy, but he's not bad or anything. I think he's like us.
Brain damage. Okay. I mean, not in that case.
I feel like Monokuma set it up for some reason. He's trying to explain something to me, but it always ends up being nonsensical. Even so, it hasn't been long since I met him, but he called me his friend. Somehow, it doesn't feel weird, Yamato's voice calling me friend.
Oh, that's weird, don't you think? Maybe that's worth delving into.
Alright. Here we go. Yamato's the most reasonable person in the game, even like this. Funny. Get the game and use Miss Chalice. I mean, pretty much, yeah. She's got an invincibility roll. It's pretty nice. Punch-Out, I also had a decent amount of fun with, but it's not something I could keep up with. If you like Punch-Out, there's a decent chance you'll like Cuphead. That's true. That's true. Oh, Setsuka's birthday was a couple days ago or yesterday? Yesterday. Well. Pour one out. What grade am I in? Grade, like, 15. I swear he's on drugs. Hey, Monokuma, can I get the drug he's on, please? It's Ayama's birthday on September 17th. Nice. Be punctual to avoid suspicion. It's funny. It's funny knowing the truth of the game and hearing what sounds like nonsense actually makes sense and provides information. Yeah, it's true. There hasn't been any case so far where I haven't, like, sort of got what he's talking about, which is, you know, pretty interesting. We've met for 5 minutes, but I trust you to be my best man. Does it provide info? Like, he's trying to say, like, oh, I knew you from before. I don't trust that lady, that being Akane, I think, probably. And he said something like Makako trust or whatever that, because Makako trusted them to be good, even though he didn't, and that's what got them in this situation. You know? It's interesting.
Everyone is fine.
Yuki, Yamato, 9 people are dead.
I thought they were just in their rooms.
Yamato gives them spoilers. Ah! Explosion. Yeah. He spoils most of the remaining twists at this point, but it's so jumbled and provided in an odd format, yeah. I wish we saw Yamato and Tsurugi interact since apparently they were best friends. I just said pour one out. That doesn't mean Setsuka died. That just means something bad happened to her, which is like every Danganronpa character. Anyway, yeah, I really wish Yamato and Tsurugi got to interact, because I feel like they are primed to, like, be foils for each other. You know what I mean? Because, like, part of the reason why Yamato's plan failed is because he wasn't willing to do anything to succeed, which is what Tsurugi's always wanted to do, right? And by that I mean Yamato gave in to Makako, wanting to keep Akane and Yuki with them, even though he was suspicious of them. And if he didn't do that, these guys would all be safe. And if Tsurugi was in charge of that decision, he would probably have just left them. But at the same time, in most other scenarios, Tsurugi's methodology would be, like, wrong. You know what I mean? Like, if they weren't evil, then you just abandon 2 poor kids to die, you know what I mean? So it would be an interesting conflict. Yamato's the one who killed Makako, so if she's next, it's basically still the pattern we've seen. Ooh. That's true. That's true. Satsuki and Haruhiko's wedding. Oh no. Alright, let's see what the third one is.
Yuki, do you have more questions? But you should know it's impossible for me to answer, no matter how much you ask.
Calm down, Yamato. I don't have any questions for you this time.
Oh, that's great. By the way, you will be pure when you don't know anything, so I'll hang out with you, Yuki.
Oh my gosh, even he knows. He's like, oh, you erased your memories. Well, I guess,
Well, you're kind of in a gray area, but I'm sure if you talk to the others, they'll suspect you less. And they'll realize you're a good boy. You're a good guy.
That's probably what it's supposed to be.
Yuki, until now, you've just been thinking about me and my condition, haven't you?
That makes me happy.
That makes me happy.
The music stopped.
Huh? Yamato?
So, I really hope you don't change how you are right now.
That tone. He's been acting pretty normal.
Ah, finally this headache is alleviated. I heard there was a game room on the 3rd floor. A casino. We should play for a bit. Come on, Yuki.
Yamato? It was only for a short while, but Yamato talked quite normally, and soon after he went back to behaving strangely again. Was I just imagining things? Still, I'm sure Yamato isn't a bad guy. In some nostalgic way, I see him as a friend. I think Yamato feels the same way. I feel a deep bond.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's interesting. That is interesting.
Who's a good boy? Come here, Yamato. Come here.
Okay.
I knew it. I knew Yuki and Mr. Brain Damage were suspicious. Oh, dear. He's a nice puppy, so I'd say he's a good boy.
Come on, Yuki. Let's play. Oh, I can't say that. Well, I could, but I shouldn't.
Okay. Ranking, I mean, there's a pretty good argument for low content. Actually, I think that probably makes the most sense. They are a little fun, and I would put them in Personality Showcase, but we literally get, without already knowing, like, they're kind of fun in retrospect, but without already knowing all the twists, I feel like they're just nonsense, and you just are like, okay, well, I wasted my time. So, you know, give him stale dog biscuits.
This is quite good. After what I have been eating, which is like, I don't know, mold. The Monokuma didn't feed me in that jail cell.
Yeah, I think that makes sense to me. There's only 3 of them, and they don't really give you anything crazy, unless you already know. Alright, let's see. I gotta remove Yamato. There we go. Now we're back down to what we had before. Yeah, that's basically the thing. They're basically nothing without being in retrospect, but they're a little fun at the least. Like, Yamato is a fun character, even though he seemed pretty, like, inconsequential originally. And, like, in retrospect, because, man, in the flashbacks is he, like, one of the best characters in the game. It's really sad. Anyway. Mikako time. Close. It's Mikaru. We've broken the streak. Shut it down! Shut it down! It went to TeruTeru. Wait, what? Oh, TeruTeru. For some reason, okay, I've done this before. You said TeruTeru, and I was like, Teruya? No. Bad. Rei Mikaru. This one should be good. What are Rei and Yuki going to talk about? Like, what can they talk about? Because for most of the game, they are not, like, together, you know what I mean? Oh, hi, Zephyrum. Zephyrum. I always have trouble saying that name, I'm sorry. Or Aloha, as you might say. So close to clown. Streak defeated. Yeah. Alright. It's Rei time. It's time for me to pull out my British accent again. At least a little bit. Oh, sorry. The winky face on the wheel is TeruTeru because I rolled him like twice during the Straw 2 one, but both times the video didn't work, so he's just joined this one. I should do the if ending eventually. It's just, I kind of want to get through the FTEs first. After these are done, then I'll do the if ending, and then we'll go to V3 FTEs. Probably. That's the plan, anyway. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Who knows? Anything could happen. Well, not anything. Hey, useless. How long are you going to linger by my side? Scram, will you? Now that's the Ray I remember. Didn't miss this.
Why are you always so harsh? I'm just trying to be friendly with everyone, as a classmate.
Oof. Your way of thinking is too shallow, befitting of someone called useless, as I would put it. Okay. Okay. There's no such thing as a friend in a school. We're all rivals that ought to battle each other. What are you talking about?
Why are you always treating other people like that? Nothing's wrong with showing a little kindness, right?
I wonder, do they, Okay, because this is the difference, right? In at least Canada, you have like the regular grading system where everybody in class could get an A, right? If they all like did the amount. That's obviously not what's going to happen, but they could. But once you get to university, they use the bell curve, and so basically you're ranked in comparison to other students and how they do. So if the test is really easy, you might, do really like get most of the questions right, but still be on the lower half of the class. I wonder if that's what that's a reference to, as in like we should be fighting each other because if you do too good, I might not do as good. I don't know.
Why?
Yeah, okay, yeah, this is where I'm at.
Why are you always treating other people like that? There's nothing wrong with a little kindness, right?
Okay, I got it. If I don't keep it up like this, then I can't stay the way I am now.
What?
Shut up, useless. You're a millennium too early to step up to the same level as I am. You're not even talented. You're a millennium too early? Oh, like you're trying too quickly. You're not even close.
I get it. Since I got into this school with nothing but mere luck, but why are you so arrogant towards those with real ultimate talents?
Wow, you're one stubborn ape. Do you really want to keep up this conversation when I'm bashing on you like this? It's because all of them are fools. Do you seriously believe excellence just comes along with talent? True excellence means having knowledge outside one's own discipline, a calm and astute mind, and readiness to take action when the situation calls for it. Look back on your actions so far. Has there been anyone in the group who's met every single one of those criteria besides me?
Darn it. I hate to admit it, but she's right. Other than Tsurugi, I can't think of anyone. Still, her casual disregard for the killing game almost makes me wonder if she's a heartless something.
What's up with that irritated expression of yours? You think I'm annoying? Then get lost! What are you trying to do anyway, talking with an annoying bitch? Oh my. Ooh. If you'd be so kind, swiftly remove yourself from my sight. I have no intention of initiating petty conversations with the likes of you.
Eventually, I had to let Ray go without much progress in our talk. Why does she hate us so much? She won't even talk to people she thinks are incompetent. That's such an arrogant way of thinking. Just how could I become closer with someone like her? With complicated feelings, I walked away.
Nice. Let's see here. Best girl, okay. I'm back mentally. Okay, I feel that. I like these FTEs, but they're too essential to her. I've never heard that before. I'm kidding. Leave before I make you swallow a clothespin. Wow, yikes. Ray has a single soft spot. Interesting. Encourages fights to the death. If you can't win in a battle of life or death, what is your worth? Ray has no friends. Shocker, that's funny. Ray will create the Hunger Games. No! And she'll call them the something else, the knowledge games or something. If you know Professor Means, Aristotle means. Ray would throw chalk at people.
Kindness.
That's funny. If I stopped being an asshole, I wouldn't be an asshole anymore. Am I going to do the redo the Straw 2 FTs or just rewatch them? Did I do all of them? I honestly don't remember. I think I did, right? I might just rewatch them, but we'll see. That'll be after V3 probably, so. The whole incompetent, insulting thing is a farce and she does want to hang out with them. I mean, on some level, I'm sure she must want, like, peers, right? She just doesn't see them as her peers, so she doesn't hang out with them. Kinji fits the criteria. I could argue that for sure. Yeah, they're not in the playlist yet. I don't remember doing them, so apparently I did. I'll have to go back and find them. And then I'll rank them in a fun little thing. When I do a British accent, I sound Jamaican. Well, okay. Here's how I got to do it, and it's still not good because there's, you know, I'm not British, but I used to watch a lot of Doctor Who when I was younger, and that's where I got it from. Indeed, pretty much. I did, yeah. Okay, I'll have to look back and see it then. I just remember bullying Shinji. Oh no. What's the backup plan in case Maki dies? Well, I guess you'll have to see. We'll have to find out if she dies in the Hunger Games. Let's just hope she doesn't, okay? It's fine. You really should take a hint. Through all these harsh words I've thrown at you, you're still deciding to spend time with me?
I'm going to be persistent, at least until you listen to what I have to say.
Listen? Listen to what? What could I, who can outperform anyone in terms of intellect, possibly gain from talking with a worthless incompetent like you?
Anything is fine. I just wanted to know more about you, Ray. Isn't that what becoming friends is?
Friends? You and I? Never. Just speaking to you gets on my nerves. You're giving me a headache, so get lost.
I won't get lost. I'm going to talk with you, Ray. No. If you don't talk with me about anything, I'm going to persistently bug you while you investigate. I'll stick to you like glue.
You useless, good-for-nothing. Seems like you're really going to live up to those words. Fine, say whatever you'd like, and end this quickly. However, ask for it with respect. If you want to listen to my stories, it's only fair you treat me with complete respect, is it not? I'm a professor, so address me as you would requesting something from a teacher. Don't forget to bend your back 90 degrees when you ask. If you don't, this conversation is over. Ah! Aren't you up for it? Oh, you're free to quit whenever. Guess your will to make me your friend wasn't as strong as you declared it to be. It's pretty funny.
No, I'll do it. It really, really ticked me off, but I bent my back and bowed to Ray as I said, Professor Mikaru, please tell me your stories. I ask of you.
To speak in honorifics and bow like that to a fellow classmate, you really are one of a kind.
Is this enough?
Fine, I guess I will. I can't bring myself to back off anyways. It'd be annoying on its own. Right, you asked for a story. My story.
Ray?
My apologies, useless. I have nothing to say for myself.
Huh? What do you mean by that? Everyone has their own stories to tell. Like hobbies, favorite dishes, or your favorite season even?
I told you, I don't have anything like that. I eat plain rice every day, and that's it.
No way.
And I never go outside. I can say with all confidence that I'm the most competent person of all the students of this country. One's capabilities are often decided at birth. Do you know the phrase, genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration? What? Okay.
Uh-huh. That means real geniuses aren't made from talent, but effort, right? So, like, the contradiction to what you just said?
That's all a blatant lie. It doesn't make sense. If that were true, wouldn't anyone become a genius if they tried hard enough?
Yeah.
1% perspiration and 99% inspiration would make more sense to me. However, it's not something totally impossible. By that, I mean becoming a genius with 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration.
Can you stop saying perspiration?
I know this because I was this. I was born normal as can be, with a normal talent? I guess a normal amount of talent. I was born normal as can be, with a normal amount of talent, and led a life as normal as one could be. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of normal as could be. A person with features that stood out even less than yours.
What? Does that mean you became the ultimate professor having a background like me?
Didn't I just say it? It's not impossible. What does one do in order to become a genius with 1% inspiration, you ask? You need to have 99% perseverance. But in order for a person to acquire 99% of perseverance, you have to practically exploit yourself. I haven't taken a rest, nor enjoyed any leisure, I've stepped to this level with sheer effort. All to win the competition against those born with 99% inspiration. Isn't this what Taka's motivation was as well? It's definitely an interesting one for like the talent school, right? You know? And it never really got explored with Taka, and I'm going to be honest, it never really got explored with Rei either. So, for a person like me, do you think I would have personal stories to share like people such as you, who spent their entire lives idling? Yikes. Why? I don't understand. Why am I getting worked up from these petty little arguments? It's because you've been bringing up unnecessary things. Get out of my sight at once. I hope you're satisfied.
After blurting out those words, Rei turned away from me and disappeared.
Whoa! She just warps away.
I failed in my initial purpose of listening to her stories, but I couldn't grab onto her and make her talk for some reason. With no talent or prestigious sponsors, she worked her way toward being the ultimate professor solely through hard work. Was it just me, or did her dignified figure seem a bit lonely? I took some time to try sympathizing with Rei before I left the place. Oh man, I really have to mull this over. Can I sympathize with Rei? That's funny. I'm not British. Oh, that's right, I'm not British. After all this time, you thought I was British. Isn't that crazy? We watch Straw 2 FTEs streams on stream and see how far you've come. I could do that. Rei wants companionships, but there's circumstances that prevent her from actually thinking it's not actively harmful to her. Yeah, I mean, that's always the vibe you get, or I've gotten from Rei. Even like the first like couple things when she's like, oh yes, I'll come and talk to you and like hang out in the lunch table, but I'm always better than you and we're not friends. It's like, you know. Oh, thank you. I really don't think it's that good, the British accent, but if you think so, I'll take your word for it. Me no understand words. I no smart.
Oh no. Take a hint, take a hint. You could use a mint. If you're bored, punch an orphan. What are they going to do? Tell their parents? Oh no, how could you say that?
Talk to me! Ah!
Yeah. The only time in the entire game Yuki has a spine, right? The ability to speak does not make you intelligent. Whoa. It'd be too annoying. Yeah.
I have Gorilla Glue.
What? Oh no. Yuki's favorite part of school is the icebreakers on the first day. Probably. What do you mean, speaking of eating nothing but plain rice every day? Yeah. It's a little, like, this scene is definitely meant to be, like, done in an empty hallway or, like, a classroom or whatever. But it's pretty funny with everybody watching them and he's, like, bowing to her. It's just the kind of, I'm taller than Yuki. Yeah, Yuki is not tall, that's for sure. Ray's saying eat the rich. It's true. Ray's not like other girls, I guess. She was normal, but now she isn't. Whoa. Yuki. Is that her voice? I think it was. I might be doing Muse, because I've just been doing it a lot more recently. Yuki! Yeah, that was more like it. Yuki! You were supposed to be my servant! Why are you bowing to Ray? Yeah. 4 apples tall. Wow. Genius 1% and 99% perspiration is real. Yeah, I've heard it once. And I get the sentiment behind it, but I feel like, they definitely bent the words there to make it rhyme, for sure. Yeah, I also do like Ray. In, like, the last trial. Honestly, it's funny because, this game and Straw 2 are kind of opposites, where Straw 2, I basically liked everything up until the last trial, and I still liked the last trial, but I felt like some of the characters didn't get, like, the screen time they deserved, like Iroha and Yuruko. They were just kind of there. And in this game, it's kind of the opposite, where, like, basically nobody gets any screen time for the first part of the game, and then anybody who's in the final trial, suddenly they get, like, a world of screen time, where you've got Yamato becomes likable, Rei becomes likable, Teruya starts actually doing things. It's like, whoa, what's happened? He'll never be satisfied. Yeah. Disappears into a puff of smoke. Goodbye.
Magic.
Pretty sure if Rei had Mikado's powers, she'd make herself invisible to anyone that's incompetent. Yeah, pretty much. You see, I use this fake British accent to seem even smarter. The glasses are also fake. It's funny. Bye-bye. Oh, dear. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I did learn about that in the last trial, how her parents... But she's not... I guess, yes, she still is. Like, her parents are alive, but they're not with her. Or, like, they were alive, but they're, like, they might not be anymore because of the tragedy. I don't know. Yutsuro had heavenly luck and still wasn't particularly attractive. He didn't care about that, I guess. He was still tiny. And if anything, he was just slightly more unkempt Yuki, alright? What?
Hey, Ray.
Whenever you're nearby, I get this heavy feeling on my chest. Get lost.
About what you said last time, about perseverance. What made you pursue competence so much? Couldn't there have been a reason?
What's this? Are you, out of all people, pitying me? That's an incredibly useless concern, so shut up, turn right around on the spot you're at, and be gone from my sight.
There's no way someone could abandon everything in life for one goal without a reason. I mean, even Tsurugi has a reason.
I get it. You're going to sit there and persist until I spill the beans,
No, it's not like I...
You literally said that last time. Whatever. For types like you, it's best to cut down all possibilities to avoid future nuisances. It may be too simple of a reason for the creation of a person with such competency. Around the time of my birth, my family was running a small bank. Okay. That bank, run by my biological father, was small in scale, but making steady profit, enabling my family to have a satisfying life. The growth of our bank must have been a pain in the rear for the authorities, leading them to pressure us. My biological parents opposed and fought against the big corporations with the little power they had. The results were, of course, as clear as day. What else could happen other than bankruptcy when you oppose the authorities? So, like that, my household was thrown into the streets in the blink of an eye. My biological parents got divorced. And while trying to pass the responsibility of raising me upon each other, they ended up abandoning me, a 5-year-old at the time.
They abandoned you?
Yes, they didn't even entrust me to a relative. They left me all by myself while they ran off to who knows where. That's when I started thinking, our family must have perished because they weren't capable. Moreover, I had no food or housing at that time, so I came to an understanding that if I didn't persevere with all my might, I could end up dead. That was my first effort and drive. Well, that's the kind of story it is. I bet you can't even imagine it in your little head.
I never knew you had this kind of background.
What's up with that expression? I said knock off with the pity. I thank my parents. Thanks to their incompetence, I was able to learn from a bad example. I learned that I shouldn't become people like that. I cannot. Is learnt a word? I'm like thinking about it for a second. I'm like, wait a second. Is that a word or is it's just learned, right? Anyway.
But if they're still your parents who gave birth to you...
They gave birth and then abandoned me soon after. Why must I care for them? They chose not to be my parents when they gave up nurturing me. After that took place, this title of that pitiable, awful homeless child with no parents followed me at school and everywhere else I went. Okay. It was only when I got a certificate to become a professor that I no longer heard such words. I mean, that's pretty impressive. You never went to, like, an orphanage or anything? That's crazy. Although, if you had went to an orphanage, I have a feeling you would have met somebody who would have changed your life for the better in the short term, but then worse later. In short, my life until this moment was filled with nothing but hard work and perseverance. People like you get to be so blissfully ignorant. You don't understand just how much pain you must endure and persevere in order to become someone of worth. That's also why I don't consort with you all. You're all so-called geniuses with innate talents who got into Hope Speak Academy without any effort or struggle. I have no intentions of associating with people of this kind. You should talk to Akane.
I'm different. I have no talent at all, but enrolled in Hope Speak Academy with my luck.
That only makes it worse. You neither have talent nor perseverance, yet you had the audacity to accept your mission to Hope's Peak.
I can't deny that.
It's true. Why did I even let out my private stories to you? Hey, useless. I've said everything I can say to you, so stop pestering me.
But could there be any way for you to become friends with us, by any means?
Becoming friends? Making things such as friends already makes it clear the fact that you don't know what true effort is. I'm leaving. Do not follow me.
Ray turned away from me yet again and walked away. I think I have
misapprehended. That could be correct. I've just never seen that before. I think I angered her.
She was no different from a normal person like me, just with a tragic past. I stood in my place blankly for a moment, then decided to get on my way.
All right. So that is, yeah. I mean, it's definitely more clear than Byakuya's, which is similar in idea, but like so fantastical it doesn't feel real. So I do prefer this version of it anyway. Let's see. What? Gatorade what? Who's sneezing in the background? Family. We got a new cat this a couple days ago, which is why I've been so busy over the last couple days. So everybody's coming over to be like, oh, look at the kitty. Yes. Anyway. Which made Utsuro hot to some people. I mean, I guess.
I pity all of you insects.
I mean, she is a little bit like Utsuro when you really think about it, which is kind of funny. Kinda. I prefer Connie when she's happy, personally. Yeah. Connie did professional gymnastics in high heels to take some serious skill. Or luck. You know? Prefer happy Akane in every way except style. Poor Akane. I feel so bad for her all the time. Okay. Ray wasn't lying when she said she didn't have hobbies or favorite things or happy things. Comes off as a joke at first, but really, truly, she's not just had that opportunity for it. Yeah, I mean, she could still have a favorite season, let's be fair, but she probably just sees it as kind of like an insult, you know? Ray takes Akane's role in the game would be so interesting. Yeah, here's what you do. You do an alternate universe where it's like swapped, right? And you can swap. There's a few good people to swap. Like you can swap Tsurugi and Yamato, and you swap Akane and Ray and like their backstory. I don't know how you'd like go about swapping everybody, but it is interesting. Yeah, I don't know who else you could do. Honestly, this class is full of people who can relate to Ray's story, which is kind of like unfortunate because she'd never know that. But like, Mikako is also an orphan, except she got adopted. Does Ray like, is she annoyed about that? I don't know. And then Akane is also an orphan who works as a maid for a living. And then Yuki as Utsuro, also abandoned by his parents. So I feel, you know, there's some people here who could really relate. Cat. Yeah, the abandonment sort of issues. I understand that for sure. It's always the... Yuki definitely would be the type of person to be like, but they're your family. It's like, Yuki, think about this for 3 seconds. I'm allergic to cats. I have a pet cat. It's funny. 3 cat? Awesome. We have 2 cat now. A lot of people ship Ray and Mikako. It does make sense, honestly. Especially with the happy, like, school life version of Mikako. That's pure odd couple. Everybody loves that.
Hey, Ray. Ray?
I'm not talking to you.
Hey, Ray. Why are you ignoring me?
Why do you keep talking to me? I told you my stories last time like you asked, so you should mind your own business now. That's right. I don't have anything more to say to you. For one thing, the leagues that you and I play in are about as far apart as Earth and the Andromeda Galaxy. Originally, there shouldn't have even been a chance of you speaking to me, let alone becoming friends with me. Useless. Just give up speaking to me and go play with the others. There's lots of them out there.
But I can't just
abandon you, I guess. I mean... Oh, please. Please do. Are you aware of how much time I've wasted because of you since the last time we spoke?
It's because I'm incompetent, right?
What?
You're not associating with me or the others because we're not as competent as you are.
Bravo. How astute of you. Now turn around and leave.
Then, maybe not now, but someday. If I rise to be on your level, Ray, will you be friends with me?
How do I respond to that? If that ever happens, then I'll acknowledge you. If that's even possible, that is. Go ahead and try. If you have the resolve and the audacity, then use them to rise up to my level. I will surely become friends or whatever with you. What does that mean?
Yes, although it may be difficult at present, a day like that might come. But for now, I think this is the closest I can get to Ray.
Are you satisfied? You're way too incompetent now. What I meant was that there's no way until then that I'll become friends with you, so you should just get out of my sight already. Such a weird guy. Anyway, it'd be quite entertaining watching you struggling along just to become my friend. So keep trying, I guess.
Ray turned and left as always, leaving behind a comment that felt like half encouragement and half mockery. Oh, great. Being a top student in school just won't be enough to become friends with her. Still, I think I was able to learn as much as I could about Ray, about her past and her vows. Let's look forward to the day where I can rise to stand on the same level as her. I stood there for a moment, smiling faintly at the thought, and then got on my way.
Oh, it restarted, I see, okay. I'm like, wait, what? Is there another one? No. Easy S tier FTEs, huh? Yeah, well. Acting like a middle-aged mom. Hold on. Let me go to the top. Who's Mikako? Oh, you know. The Exorcist girl. Allergies are a skill issue. Oh, just like every time I died in Minecraft. Allergic to bees. That's a pretty innocuous one. I think I'm allergic to pollen, but I've never actually got tested, so.
My mother constantly abused me. It's like I wasn't even human to her. But she's your family!
Oh, dear. Ray would just laugh at Yuki gaining depression trying to be friends with her. I mean, he's got, like, cheat powers. If anything, Utsuro is the exact person Ray would want to defeat. Okay. I mean, yeah, it is S tier. I kind of wonder what would happen if we, like, developed this during the game. It's an interesting thought. Because it's, like, not actually that hard to explain. Like, if it's just in, like, this first or second chapter, she was like, I'm not associating with you. You're below me. Because of this reason. It would be interesting how things would change. Like, Akane and, who else? Maybe Haruhiko would be, like, all over her. Like, oh, no, poor Ray. Let us help you. And she'd just hate it. And I don't know, that'd be interesting. It would at least give Akane someone else who's also important later to attach to, other than Ayame, who dies immediately. But yeah, I don't know. I do think you can understand Ray for the most part. but not until like chapter 5. That's when she really like starts coming into her own, right? So it's a little bit of a shame that something like this couldn't have been like her early game arc, you know what I mean? Unique character dynamics? Nah. Danganronpa hates that. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it. So, again, a little bit of a shorter stream today, but that's because I started late. And also we rolled Yamato, so it's just how it goes. It is kind of funny that we got Yamato and Rei, who are kind of like... Rei would respect him, right? Maybe? Because he does put a lot of effort in. But probably not as much as her, so she still might not respect him. But he is a person who I could see Rei eventually coming to respect. And she does kind of respect Tsurugi. And now I understand why she kind of respects Tsurugi. At least a little bit. Even though he's insane. Now that kind of makes sense. Because he's also basically thrown everything away in order to pursue his goal. Even though it's stupid. Dina's #1 fan. Alright, well, thanks for watching, everybody. I will catch you soon. Yeah, I mean, we've got Haruhiko Satsuki, and we've got Kinji Kakeru. So there's a pretty good odds that we could get a killer and victim next time. Just saying. And that's why fan fiction exists. As well as, well, other reasons.